Morning, tubers. It's Saturday, February 29th, leap year. And it's 10 after 10, and we're about 64 in the garage. And I took Nancy out to breakfast this morning. And so we're getting a little late start, but we're here. We did get a order in from Classic Industries. We got the a pillar post. They're a urethane mold, and haven't test fitted them yet, but we'll do that. We got those in because of those for the tweeters, and then we got door panels, which are generic door panels, because they will be taken to the upholsterer once we get them in. There are no holes cut. There are nothing cut in them. They are just, like I said, basic generic, and because we'll end up putting these in somewhere on them and then molding those in with fiberglass and then getting the whole thing recovered in vinyl. The same thing with these. We'll be playing with these later, maybe later today, depending upon what we get done. We're back on mounting this rear camera. I got the nut certs inserted. Now we need to drill the hole for this grommet. I think we're using, this grommet. And got the 5/8 drill bit out. Got this drill bit out because we'll step drill up the holes until we get to the 5/8. And we'll be using one of these grommets, if I'm not mistaken. I got to recheck it and see, but and check which one. They're both 5/8. Well, this is 21/32, but that one's 5/8. And no, I do not own the company. So that's where we're at. And when we get more, I'll bring you back later. Okay, I located where I wanted to bring the backup camera leads in. It was right here, and it's under the bumper. So we're drilling a hole. We're working our way to 5/8. This is the third drill bit, and we'll probably do about 4 more till we get to the 5/8. You could use a step drill, but I don't like those in this tight of an area with the bumper right here, and I don't want to take the bumper off. So we'll step it up slow and get to the 5/8. Then we'll pop a grommet in. We'll feed the wires in and start wiring it up. And pull the subwoofer back because we pushed it up to get the drill in. So that's where I'm at, and when I get more, we'll turn it back on later. Hey tubers, got the 5/8 hole drilled, and this is the grommet. And if you turn around and you take a look in there, I'll get my finger out of the way, you'll see how thick it is. So if you look at this, that just isn't going to cut it there. So what I'm thinking of doing is sitting there and slicing the grommet close to one edge, and so I still had the sleeve portion of it, and then use some of this Gorilla Super Glue, probably the gel, and glue the grommets into place on both sides. So give me a minute, let me get a fresh razor blade and let me see what I can slice this one up, and then I'll bring you guys back. Hang on. Alright, you see where I cut the grommet and I left part of the sleeve on it? If I do that again and we super glue them then on both either sides, we should be good. So let me do another one. You see this one has the sides all gone. So let me do another one, and we'll place them in there and take a look before we glue and see what's going to happen. When I get more, I'll turn it back on later. Alright, the grommet's glued in. I ain't touching it. It's that super glue, the gel, is really good. It said 24 hours for it to totally set, so I ain't messing with it. We got the one on the underside too. I'm not going to crawl back down on the floor and show you. But we'll let it go, and we'll pick this back up on Monday morning. Monday. We'll finish wiring up the camera, get that in, pull the subwoofer back, and get this wire loom all together, and then put it in some of the wire loom stuff. I'm kicking around whether I cover that with some RTV or something like that to make sure that no water or anything gets back in there, but it's tucked underneath the bumper. I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll take a look. We can always do that later. So that concludes for today's video. We got to let that set for 24, and doing that, we will probably come out tomorrow and maybe play with these a little bit. Again, we're going to have to do some serious mold work on this to do it, but I want to put them in the car and then test. Let's see, does that? See, because these guys, this guy sat there and said this is for a '68 Camaro, but I don't care. I sit there and do some fiberglass work and cover it up. It fits pretty good that way. But these, I think this goes down. It goes like this. I'm not sure. I'll have to take a look, but we could start playing with this and figuring out what we're going to do. I'll get the saw and we'll end up splitting it right here, because I got this for one for each side. And yeah, again, doesn't fit all that hot there. But if we turn it around, the profile looks a little better, but it's got a lot to be desired over in here. But even if I cut these pods off this, and then I'll fiberglass them on, even if I do that, I mean, I'll go ahead and do that, because these will get recovered when they get to the upholstery shop, and I'll have the guy do that. But yeah, so that's it for today. I want to thank everybody for watching, subscribing, and of course leaving comments. And well, if we play tomorrow, I'll turn the camera on. If not, we'll see you Monday. Later. Morning, tubers. It's Monday, what is it, March 2nd. Yeah, about 10 after 9. We're about 60 in the garage. And yeah, didn't do any work on yesterday. Pretty much, they said the super glue had to have 24 hours to set up, and it would have been until 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon, plus it was my wedding anniversary. But these have, as you can see, all set to go, and they are definitely in there. So now we can mount the camera, the backup camera. Also, I am getting ready to put the glove box back together. That was taken out for the heater core, if you all remember. So we'll get that back together. And that's what I'm working on now. I started this morning. So that's where I'm at. So when I get more, I'll turn this back on later. Well, I've been fighting with this thing for the last hour. And these, what do you call them, spring nuts, keep popping out, so we're going to end up super gluing them. And I even missed up here. There's the hole it's supposed to go in, and I ended up doing my own hole. Oh man, why did something so simple have to be such a pain? So we're going to have to let the super glue set up. So when I get more, I'll turn it back on later. Alright, I super glued these on. I'm going to drill them out, because now even when you get the screw started in there, they're just, it goes to a certain point and then it just starts tearing up the cardboard and wants to twist the spring nuts away. So I'm just going to drill them out a hair bigger so they go in a little easier. So, and got the mount back on the camera, got these holes filed out oblong so we can put that back on. Also tried one of the 8-pillar and they fit pretty good. We're going to, tomorrow we'll split this, and we'll get the camera mounted and the wires fed. First will be the glove box in, and then we'll get the camera mounted and the wires fed up, and then we'll stop on that, and then we'll start with this and the A-pillars. I got to figure out what I'm going to do, because if this doesn't work, these for the tweeters, I still have spots here for the tweeters that can go in. It just depends upon how far we're going to mount those on the door panel, and we'll put a door panel in. Let's figure that out. So, when I get more, and tomorrow's another day, excuse me, when I get more, we'll pick this up tomorrow. It's later. Hey tubers, good morning. Or, yeah, it's still morning. It's Tuesday. And I just finished up the glove box. Sorry I didn't turn the camera on, but I got rolling, and when I start doing that, I just want to get stuff done. A bunch of stuff I want to get done today. So the glove box is done. Next will be the camera, the backup camera right there. We'll get that mounted and the wires run, or started to run. We won't terminate nothing yet. And then we'll go to the A-pillars, and we'll split this in half. We'll start taking a look at this. Again, like I said earlier, if I don't like how these come out on the A-pillars, we can also put the tweeters in here. But you don't want those down low, you want them up a little high. So we'll be playing with some stuff, mocking some stuff up and seeing what we like, and when I get more, I'll turn this back on later. Well, the camera's mounted. I don't know if I like that, but the wires are run. There was a hole here. I could have fished them up through. But yeah, I think we'll be good right there like that. I don't know though. Yeah, it's still protected somewhat by the bumper. We'll adjust it. The question is do I want to seal this up? I'll screw the phone. And I think not. I think we'll let it go. So the yellow is to the camera, to the monitor, and the red's the power. So now we got to think that one out. Where are we going to pull power from? And I got a couple ideas, but let me think them out, and I'll turn this back on when I got something later. Alright, got the camera lead to the monitor routed through here, and it comes through here and then up with the main wire loom there. This is the power, and rather than running it all the way up and put a toggle switch or anything else, I thought of tying the power into here. This is the backup light, so I could tie a power, get one of these junctions, God, I forgot what they're called, and put it in here and tie the power into here, and then I got my ground right here. So then when I put it in reverse and the backup lights come on, it'll power up the camera too. So we're going to take some time and route this and get it pretty much where I want it. Then we're going to jump onto the A-pillars. I brought the model saw down from the hobby room, and we're going to cut this in half. So that's where I'm at, and when I get more, I'll turn it back on later. Alright, I got the wires routed. We'll make determinations or tie them all in here in a minute. And started the camera wire going up to the monitor. Got this split in half. So let's take one. So let's see. See, and those, they said they were for 69 or 68, 67, and this is way too big. But if you had it sitting there, I don't know. Let's see, does it fit better? Yeah, it fits better there. So let's get the other one and see. Yeah, that's not going to look too hot. Well, I don't think this is for 68, 67, 68. Thank God there were only $7. But yeah, I'm going to have to figure out something. That's why I got plan A was these. I was going to put them something right about like that. I wonder if I slice it off of here. Huh. Yeah, that might be a thought. Since I already paid for them, and if they're scratched, or if I scratch this idea, but at least, but if I cut it here, and cut it right here, along here, just cut it away from this and mount it. I'm going to glass it anyway on there, so I'm going to use some cloth and some resin, and it's going to be fiberglassed on there anyway. So, yeah, I think we'll get the Dremel out and start slicing this thing up. Yeah. Let's see what I got. First I'm going to run tape down it so I get a nice line. So, yeah. So, we're going to cut this off of here and see what it looks like. So, we're getting pretty late in the afternoon. But, yeah. I'm going to probably cut it off, cut it out, and then call it a day. And we'll pick it up tomorrow. So, or unless I come back out here tonight after dinner. So, if I do that, I will turn the camera back on later. Alright, as you can see, I cut it away from the base. And let's see what it's going to look like in here. So we're thinking of something like this. Put it right down on the dash. I'll put it just a little bit above. A little bit of fiberglass work in the inside. Some right there. Yeah, keep it in. Yeah. That might be doable. That might be doable. Yeah, I'm just moving it around, checking to see. Yeah. Yeah, to keep somewhat the center line of the circle in a straight line going up the A-pillar type thing. Yeah. Alright. Well, I got a line right there I can... So... Alright. Thought I was going to be done for the night, but I wanted to play some more. So I'm going to get that out of there. I'm going to get this taped onto it, or maybe just lightly super glued onto it and see. And we'll see what happens. But this will be all for tonight. We'll pick this up tomorrow, Wednesday. And because if I don't get in and start dinner, my ass is grass. And Nancy will be the lawnmower. So I got to get going. So thanks everybody for watching. And tomorrow's Wednesday, another day later. Afternoon tubers. It's what, Wednesday, March 4th. And it's late in the afternoon. I had stuff to do all day. Trying to get some disability from the VA, so I had a few appointments and a few other things to go. So last night I FaceTimed T-Dub on the location, and remember, this is not a gauge. This is a subwoofer a tweeter going in there. God, I can't even think straight. And so he thought that it looked too bulky and suggested maybe we move it up here. So I'm going to pull it back out, and I'm going to take it off, and I'm going to put it back up in this area here and then take a look at it. And myself, I tend to agree with T-Dub that it looks somewhat bulky sitting down here like that. It just doesn't seem to fit. I mean, I don't know, and I don't know, it just looks out of place, like an elevator in an outhouse, type thing. So, I don't know. So, let me pull this out, put it up here, and I'll put it back in, and we'll take a look at it then. Nah, I don't even like that. I don't know. And you want to get the tweeters up as close to ear levels as possible, is what I've been told. I wonder if I mount something up here. Because I am putting a one-piece headliner in. I'm not going to be using these. So I'll be pulling these out, because it is going to be a one-piece. I like the one-piece the way they look. A lot better than the original ones, so, but, nah, I don't like that. So I'm going to probably upload this video. We'll get everybody else's opinion who watches my stuff, and see. Down here, it just doesn't look right. Up there, it definitely doesn't look right. It looks like a, God, just doesn't look right. I don't know. What if we even rotate it around more to where it's more, we take this and rotate it over to here, it still won't look right. So, yeah. So I think I'm going to go with, try to find plan B and then maybe plan C. And that's why I stopped more or less wiring on the stereo, because we got to get a location for the tweeters. So, and I know the 5-inchers will be going down here in the door, and I could put the tweeters on the door panel, so we'll probably pull out one of the door panels and give that a look and see. And but definitely no, I don't like that. So I'll probably stop this video today. It's Wednesday, late afternoon. And load it up and see what everybody thinks. But nah, I don't like that. And once we get the location of the tweeters and everything else, I can finish up the wiring, and then we can put the deck in. But until that time, we're not going to be able to do that, because I don't know where to run the speaker wires to. So, and the only other thing we got to do is we got to take the little lip off of this, so the grill will fit in, and that's it. So, or the basket, I should say, for the stereo. The bottom outlet opening is the ashtray, and this is for the air conditioning unit, and I'm going to make a flat plate that screw into these holes and put them in there, put it in there. So then when I do put the center panel on, it'll have a cover over it, because we did take out the heating unit. That thing was a pain in the butt. It leaked so many times it was ridiculous. You can see it all there where it's started eroding the paint off the floor pan right down in there, and then down on the bottom there too. So again, let me ask everybody's opinion. What do you think of these are gauge pods, but I'm going to use them as tweeter pods. What do you think it here, or in the lower position, which was shown first, or on the A-pillar totally altogether? Myself, I don't like either position. I don't like it on the A-pillar. I just want to get everybody else's opinion. And I had Pat look at it too last night. He was over, and he didn't like it on the A-pillar whatsoever. So hold on, let me pull this out. Yeah. Yeah, thank God for Gorilla Tape, huh? But the other side, plan B was, and all this is magic marker, and will come off with acetone or lacquer thinner and won't hurt the panel. But plan B was I can always put the tweeters in here, in these, and these can be mounted onto the door. So, I mean, onto the door panel, so that we can take a look and see. But yeah, definitely don't like the way that's going to turn out. So I want to thank everybody for watching, subscribing, and of course leaving comments. I will upload this here in a few, and let me know what you think about the A-pillar pods. Later, guys.